to give a bit of a sum up and to satisfy a friend's requests. Today, I will be streaming and / recording from now on, the sessions of a campaign I run called Legacy of the Calamity, which has been going for 5 sessions now. But thanks to a friend of mine who has requested that I record / stream all of the campaigns so that he can keep up on what's going on, I'm starting to do this now. So I will provide a light summary of what has happened up to this point, and then get to the session, combat encounter, and then I'll have my players introduce their characters. So to sum up, this campaign is set in a land that has just suffered the return of dragons to the world. The empire of Inaznia has been torn apart because of a volcano dragon's thrashing ruin. While the dragon has now left and is no longer a threat to the people, the nation is in shambles. It was once led by 3 queens, a dwarf, human, and hobgoblin queen. However, the human queen and her capital were the main targets of the dragon's attack, and she has perished, and now the empire is in shambles as the dwarven queen and hobgoblin queen now fight for their respective positions of authority over the rest of the land and the subjects of the land. The capital, however, has also, the human capital Emlith has, however, also been occupied by dragonborn cultists that follow the dragons, these beings referring to themselves as revivalists. The party of adventurers are not anti-revivalists or really heroic figures yet, but they are looking to plunder the lost treasures of the city of Emlith. And in order to do so, they were able to get the assistance of a man named Fahim Alukwasa, a stranger to this land who, due to some of his travels here, was able to obtain a key to the sewers under the city that might lead to a safer passage inside, avoiding the radical cultists. The party has obtained the key and has been exploring the sewers for the past few sessions, and in a portion of the sewers underneath the royal district of the city, they happened upon what would appear to be creatures swimming about within the waters of the sewer. Upon encountering a small patrol of Dragonborn who were patrolling the sewers, they decided to draw the attention of one of these water creatures in order to try and get an upper hand and or get a distraction to run away. So with that... we'll get to that later. So with that, I will join my players now and continue the session.
You'll have an NPC constantly trying to kill you, though.
Yeah.
That's just great to return to. Okay, so I've given a light description on stream for what has happened to the campaign, just so that I have that for prosperity's sake, and so Brevin doesn't get mad at me for missing a large portion of the campaign. Quotations large. But with
That's
that...
your own fault for not asking earlier.
Maybe.
Or being there.
True.
So with that, however, I was going to originally ask you guys to introduce your characters to stream, but you know what's better? Let's just have a combat encounter. Let's go ahead and throw on some of my... Oh shoot, I can't use that playlist because there's... I haven't vetted all the music in that list. Okay, we'll just go with the Darkest Dungeon music.
What, you mean we can't use Ultra Instinct's theme?
Yeah, I can't use that. Wouldn't that be great? Alright. So, shoot. I am gonna have to do something. Go ahead and everybody give me initiative rolls. As this large creature has emerged from the sewer water.
Dang it.
And, well, The Revivalists are definitely not calm at this point, so they're also engaged in combat now. I'm gonna quickly do something.
That's weird. I can't roll for initiative. Huh. Well, can't play. Sorry, guys. Oh wait, you know I'm in stealth. They never knew. Never knew. Don't even sweat.
Of course.
Oh, my game says pause. That might be why.
Oh. Does that work?
No.
You might need to refresh.
Bruh.
Pop, pop.
I'm gonna get a streamer deck, get a soundboard, and put the original bruh sound effect on there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I'll
Got
remove
it.
you and add you to the tracker again. Are you there now?
I reloaded.
Oh,
Be on the
okay.
safe side. There I am.
Alright. Rolling NPCs.
The key does not exist. Okay. Well, Pepperjack can roll, but Bunker can't roll.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
mean-
it says the key's broken, or the token's broken.
Okay,
Ninja.
well then I'll just murder the doppelganger and
What the
place a new one.
I like
Now
that you
try
flip
it.
the
Why does the other Munker have a non-close-up picture of his nose? Both Munkers are broken.
What?
I think
I think
you're
you-
pumpkin.
What happened? What?
I think it's just you because it is a close-up picture of his nose.
Yeah, we see
Oh.
it just talking.
Well, I can't roll for Munkers. So do you want me to just go off Pepperjack's roll?
I can roll for you.
All right. Can't.
You're at the
Wow.
top
Let's
of the
do it.
initiative.
Cool. Great.
And
Will I
Alright,
even be able to attack?
and just
I'm just gonna test this out real quick.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, cool. It's not my roll. I just wanted to make sure I could. Jump in the water and slice it. Alright.
Right. I gotta set a player. Give me a moment. I have to do something. Create additional user. I forgot to do this. Pop. Save.
Oh. I'm logged back in.
I had to. I forgot that I had to go ahead and create a co-DM so that I can have private stuff. Because people can now re-watch the footage and get insights into creature mechanics if I don't have a secondary screen to work on.
A lot of effort.
And it's not that much. I just open a web browser. And...
For me, that's too much effort to go look back through your videos.
Oh, fair enough, but you never know.
True. Evan's
Alright.
kind of shifty.
So chat room dice is going to be, for now, we're just going to use the black standard bump. Because that works for me. Alright. So with that, begin combat. Munker, you are first.
I'm still loading in. If you
I'm
just do a
also still
slingshot,
loading.
if you want, that's probably what I would do.
The question is who is your slingshot target?
The dog in the water.
Remember, it doesn't know we're here yet.
Wait,
Oh,
it doesn't? I thought it did.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
We don't know if it does yet. 'cause
I'm gonna wait till it loads and then do my turn.
Okay.
Alright. So, if I just sprint, how far do I go straight?
If you just take a run. Gotta check that. Okay. What? That seems...
Just go right over to the distance. Oh.
Oh, okay. If wearing medium, light, or no armor and carrying no more than a medium load, or 3 times your speed. Oh, so if you take a full action to run, you can run up to 4 times your speed.
check it out.
My speed is
Yeah.
20. Nice. Okay. Cool.
Is it?
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to. I rolled for stealth last time. Am I still in that, or since we're in? Well, no, actually. 9 months. We had a fight before that. I'm gonna roll for stealth. 23.
On a 7, you get 23. I love this system.
And then I'm gonna do a move action just to go over here. That's it. Cause I don't want to fight.
Okay.
Not my problem.
Also, don't the other guys have a torch out? So couldn't we see them?
Yes, one of them has a torch out. It's this one.
I can't see that guy.
Can't see any of them.
Okay. I think his token's a bit broken. Okay, vision. Yeah, he's not giving off the light he's supposed to be. Update that token.
There we go.
Oh, for Dragonborn they would have the light vision. Yeah, they can see pretty well. But yeah, they've got a torch lit. Okay. That's your turn, Monker?
Yep.
Mammut.
Alright. Are we fighting? Okay.
I mean, I think we should not fight unless we actually have to. Because I'm totally low. I have no spell slots. I'm sure everyone else is low health.
Okay, well, if I move past that thing, it's for sure gonna get an attack of opportunity on me. But also I don't really want to attract its ire. So, I am going to move closer to my allies and ready an attack if it moves within my range.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So then that's your turn?
Yep.
Pepperjack Prime.
Why is it still just Fire Rat? She should have
I
her
don't
name.
know.
It happens, man. Cool, 22. And then she's gonna do the exact same thing. What? Why is it both tokens? Oh. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna update that token. There we go. It should be correct now. Okay. Pepperjack Prime will attempt to hide.
40. Damn, Pepperjack. Since she has 40, I'm just gonna pop, and that's it. Turn.
Alright.
Giant rat.
Okay. It is their turn. Alright. Javelins. Okay. Come on, dude. Your javelin is supposed to show all the range increments. Maximum range increments, I think it's like 5. Okay. Well. Gosh. Hop, hop. They are going to... Noticing some movement and some bigger movement, let me go ahead and give them a target check. That's not a target check, this is a target check. 1, 2, 3. The others are so far away, they're not worth targeting. So, slash R1. Big guy. Big guy.
Wow.
And Pepperjack Prime.
Damn.
Pepperjack, no!
This is not.
Alright, so we'll do the Pepperjack Prime first. This is with a slight diminish because it's outside of the first range increment.
So how do they know where is the concept?
They
like
seem
they're
to be able to
just
see
scrolling
you,
here?
and you have nothing to block their sight.
But if we're not in the light range, can they still see us?
The light of the torch seems to reach a specific distance, but not all creatures see in darkness at the same rate.
Yeah.
Though, they probably have low light vision.
With high stuff, it's just so sad. Well, that beats the AC in Pepperjack.
Okay, Pepperjack
won.
takes 2 points as a javelin. Pepperjack, come on.
I've already put it on there.
Oh. I applied it as well, so
I'll bring it back up then. So it was at 16 before. So I'll bring it back to 13.
yeah. There we go. That should fix that. Okay, and then I've got 2 attacks on the big thing, which... Alright. One is made just fine. Single attack. Oh, wow. And this one's made at a minus. Wow. -2 and he got higher. Okay, I'm pretty sure that beats his AC. Let me check the creature. Yeah, that beats AC. Okay. So, apply and apply. Javelins start flying. The creature... Why? Okay. With that, it's Amelise.
I'm gonna try and let's see. Can the rivals see me? Do I know?
They seem to have noticed Munker and Pepperjack, who were actually trying to move quietly in the dark.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Shock Shield. So there's that. And let me just activate it. Perfect. And then I'm gonna just move up. There.
Okay, that's a cool spell.
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna move up there. The Enigma.
I am.
One eye closed, what are you doing?
Yeah. We're gonna. I think I'm just gonna delay.
You're gonna delay?
Yes.
Alright. Then I will move to big guy. Well, to be completely fair, he's got his his issue. Oh,
You're holding your little arm.
oh yeah, he can do that.
Yes, fight.
Get out of my sewer!
He speaks.
He does. He speaks. Okay, this is 2 attacks against this one.
Aw.
Oh, that's not rolling damage. Hey, you're supposed to have damage attached to this. What the heck? For some reason it's not applying the damage. Because it is supposed to be doing 1d6 plus 2.
Attacking their reference.
Sweet.
And it yelled.
Oh.
It said, get out of my sewers.
Okay, well, then I guess I'll just roll 1d6 plus 2 slash 1d6 plus 2. For some reason that didn't work. Okay. 5 damage. Okay. And it also gets to make a combat maneuver check. Which will be CMB slash R1D20 plus, I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Does that beat CMD? That does not beat CMD. Okay. Tentacles thrashing. Okay. He is not happy, but that will end his turn. Oczixei.
Alright. Since he does not seem to want to attack us, I'm just gonna walk up here. And then I will convert my standard action to another move action. And get up to here.
Okay, you've got 20 feet because you're wearing heavy armor.
Oh, you're right. There we go.
There you go. Okay. It's Reese.
It's not easy. I am mounted currently.
You are mounted. Okay. Munker.
That's me. Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna do my turn after Munker's done.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna do 2 move actions.
Oh, wait. One moment. I gotta check something on delaying, because I remember there was something about if a round ends. Where's the delay rules?
Well, this is before Munker anyways, right? So it would be at the round end.
The last one is after Monster. Is the
Oh, I see. Let's see.
Okay. I won't bother too much with being a stickler on it. Okay. Alright, so you're going to move.
It doesn't say anything about, like, it says you can specify this new initiative result or just wait until sometime later in the round and add specify make your new initiative.
Okay. It's a weird rule. I'm unsure how I feel about it, but we'll go ahead with it, because I don't want to mess with too much. Oh wait, that was Oczixei. How did I update Oczixei and not the right guy? Come on. He was like 8 point. Enigma update. Because this does change your initiative, which is a weird thing to mess with.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you're just gonna move there?
Yep.
Okay. Mammut.
Alright. Let's see. I will move there.
Okay. Okay. Pepperjack Prime.
You already know what's good.
You guys are, unless somebody's going to change their course of action, I'm going to assume this is just a full retreat.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, basically, I'm going to roll attacks against the large guy. Until they do probably about... Okay. So, I'm just going to figure out... what's going on here. Oh, wait. Yeah. This thing is going to last. Okay. Not that many rounds. One, two. Okay. Apply that. Apply that. Okay. So you got 2 rounds. With that, assumedly, you can move 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20. Let me roll another few just to see if this works, because there's no way that thing's going to kill all of them at this rate. Okay. Apply that. Apply that. Okay. Yeah. You guys will be able to make some distance away before you can hear the angry screaming come to a violent end. Okay.
Well, rip the sewer monster.
I mean, at least he was a distraction for the revivalists, so we can get out of here.
Okay.
This is true.
You can hear, however, distant calls in Draconian. I think they went that way. Quickly, now that the beast is dead. Which for most of you just sounds like
What, you guys don't speak Draconic?
Imagine. And I'll just relay. They're still coming, so we should keep moving.
Maybe we should, now that the beast is gone, we could stand and fight. They've been a little weakened.
Same though.
I think we should just get out of here.
Okay, we can come back. This is
Or not.
unfortunate though, because now they will be able to report of us being down here.
I agree with Mammut. I think it is better to slay the evil now before it can fester.
Okay, that's fine then.
Does it look like they're coming up to hurl javelins at us, or are they going around to actually fight us in melee?
It
We
sounds
don't
like they
know.
move further away.
Okay. So then, I'm going to get in front and get ready to do a charge when I see them.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's
come
see.
on, game.
What is your range? It's about there.
Jay, I would appreciate if you would stand by my side here.
I am trying. My game froze.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna cast guidance on everyone. Everyone gets their +1.
So they get about here,
Okay.
at which point you can see them. Alrighty, here we go again.
Hold on, I'm almost loaded in.
I'm gonna also recommend, if you can, just grapple them and throw them in the water, and maybe they'll drown.
I think
wait for
the
their ankle.
major threat in the water was the monster.
Alright, I'm in.
Right.
Okay,
I cannot
Well.
charge quite as fast as you, but I will do it anyway.
now we gotta see who's going to go first. Since there was enough time between for you guys to basically break from initiative.
Roll
Actually,
initiative.
No's waiting, and I need to go get something, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll roll Reese just so if you dismount, I know what a initiative is.
Okay. How convenient.
Very convenient. Alright. Was that Oczixei who had to step away?
No, that was Ninja. I was asking if we need to reroll initiative.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not showing me the button on the initiative tracker.
Okay.
Hey, it still has all our old initiatives in it.
It's still not fixed on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just, Alright then. Oh, that's okay. Then I'll just roll it for you.
Alright,
Pretty
I'm
good, too.
refreshing the page. I'll fix it.
Alright.
Oh, I see it now. Ha! 21.
Nice.
Nice. Alrighty. Let's throw this in here instead.
I'm the only one without a positive in dexterity.
Okay. So, preparing to cover your tracks. Oczixei, you're first.
Okay, how far is it charged? Is it 2 times or 4 times your movement speed?
Two
It's
times.
2 times your movement speed. So you can move
Dang it.
40.
And I don't think they're 40 feet away. Let's see.
They are about 80.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ready an action that when they get within 40 feet, I'm gonna charge them.
Okay. Buckles his feet in. Puffs of mossy dirt and dust gets kicked up. You're ready. Okay. It is their turn. Okay, yeah. Move up. Wait. With the armor that they are wearing.
Should have the same movement speed as me, right?
It depends. Okay. I just want to see. Yeah. They got a reduced speed. Okay. Move up to here. Ready and throw a javelin. He's gonna aim for the big guy though.
Is that long
18.
range? Javelin, or what is the javelin increment?
Shunk. That is a reveal to everyone. A 14 to hit on Mammut.
That does not hit.
Okay. This one is also going to move up and do the same. Because Mammut's a
Don't
bigger
be a
target.
coward. Come on.
That's a 20 total to hit.
20 will hit.
Okay. And that is 4 points of damage.
And javelins are a lot longer range than I would think. Alright.
Seems so. Maybe I'm wrong about their range increments. But to be fair, a bow's like 100 feet, which is just absurd increments, but at the same time, it's completely valid.
Back.
Yeah.
Javelin thrown range is 30, so if they move 20, they're 60 feet from you, and that's just a -1 increment.
Cool. Alright.
What I missed?
Not much.
I
Good.
died?
Cowards and throwing from a distance.
Yeah. Okay. Junk. And one last one on Mammut. With a 14, that's gonna miss.
Yay.
Okay. Javelins. One of them catches you, and it kind of sticks in like a twig. Compared to your body size, it looks more like an arrow just hit you. Okay,
Right.
but that will end their turn. It is your turn.
Alright. So let's see. That's 40 feet. Is that... I don't like that it doesn't move both at once. Hold on.
I can
Actually-
mess with the token attacher module, but it gets
Oh, I
kind
didn't
of
mean to do
freaky
that.
at that
Sorry.
point.
Let's see, I need to go a couple more feet. About here. And this one here, I'm going to do a charge attack on.
Okay.
So, combat. Lance. That's a +3 to circumstances. And plus...
Oh.
Come on!
Oh. There's a slight
I-
misstep, and it goes past him.
I have like a 10% hit rate.
I don't know. Man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alright. I can't do anything else.
Sorry, I was checking something. Okay. Which means that's your initiative over Pepperjack Prime.
Well, she's gonna take a back one. She's gonna take a run, a full action run. God, where is
You
it
can't
going?
run through other creatures' spaces.
Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. It was just running on its own.
Yeah.
What? It's going so far back. I'm like, I was holding control and clicking on it just to see, like, here we go. I was like, what?
Yeah. You cannot take a run and go through something's space. And you also can't, you have to run in a straight line.
Well, that's fine, yeah. Didn't mean to go on. That's it.
All right. Okay. All right. Amelise.
Alright. I'm just going to do 2 move actions. Okay, right there. Just convert my standard.
Yeah, I can drop your backpack.
Maybe.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
No, I'm gonna keep it on for now. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Munker, you're up.
Mine.
Huh.
Alright.
You can't be in someone else's square.
I can't see who's there.
Oh, right.
So-
Yeah, the Enigma is there.
Oops.
So you bump into him. Huh.
I think so.
Sorry. There you go. Now it's
All
the
right.
Enigma's turn.
The Enigma, you're up.
I guess I'll just cast light on Oczixei so we can see at least.
Alright. And what is the increments on that side for the light?
I am a willing creature for this.
20.
Okay. Vision. Bright light. 20.
Yeah, so 20 feet normal, and then 20 feet it increases just by 1 light level. So dim light.
Okay. He is a lit. Alright. With that, it would be Oczixei's turn.
So sad.
Alright. Well, that sucks, because they didn't move close. 2, 3, 4, 6. Actually. On their turn, I was right here. Did they throw a javelin and then draw a javelin, or did they draw and throw a javelin?
They all threw javelins. They didn't draw.
Did they draw and throw the javelin, or did they throw and draw another?
They threw. No, they just threw. They could draw or prepare. They were ready for something, so they were standing ready to grab whatever weapons they needed to.
They don't have any weapons in their hand.
At the current moment, no.
How do you move somewhere after you make the thing? There we go. I move there using my standard action move.
Okay. So that's your turn. It's their turn. Okay, with a base attack bonus of 1. And that would mean, yeah, the base attack bonus of 1. This one's going to move up to you. If I'm correct, that would have provoked to step in if you want to take that.
Yes, I would have.
Okay.
Yeah, 15
That will
damage.
hit. Nice. He steps forward cautiously, and you just kind of give him that powerful jab. Kind of catches it, throws it off and steps forward. He will draw his battle axe and attack, because when you've got a base attack bonus of 1, you can draw as part of your attacking action. Okay, this one is going to try to... Yeah, it's going to try and get you, Mammut.
Alright.
Okay, that's a single attack. That is a 19 to hit. 5 slashes against your lower kind of leg area as he kind of is getting ready. Okay, this one's going to move up, seeing the opportunity to move. Okay, and he is going to attack Reese.
Reese, no. That hits.
7 damage. I'm gonna set the token to reveal HP right now. And then I'll set it to be displayed when hovered by owner, so we can both see where her health is at a glance. Okay. But that will... No, wait. Yeah. He is going... This one is going to charge at Oczixei. With the charge attack, that's a +2 bonus on the attack rolls, right?
Oh, yes.
Because I'm asking you because you use charge all the time.
Yeah, it's
okay,
+2
so
attack.
It's +2. He's going to use power attack, so that just flattens out his bonus.
It's not going to hit. What? Okay.
The damage increases.
I mean, I guess he could.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a really good attack bonus.
Oh, it has a power attack bonus. Ooh, that's cool. I can just hit this. I think that'll work. A 19.
I knock his shield to the side, and his battle axe to the side, and laugh. You were a fool.
That was a close blow.
You missed.
Yeah.
He just...
I say that
He
in
can't
response,
smirk,
by the way.
but you know what he's doing. Okay. That will end their turn. Mammut, you're up.
Alright. I will... Well, first I'll make a ride check. So... Skills. Ride. I have to beat a 10.
And that's -5.
No, I have undersized mount.
Oh, you swapped it out? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm still not sure on how that works with undersized. I'll figure out how I feel about it and what my official rules will be at some point, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Not anymore. Okay. 16, that is a success, and you were trying to guide with the knees, right?
Well, that's a 5. I can do that without rolling, because I have a plus.
Right. Yeah, you've got a bonus too high for that to fail. Okay.
Yeah. So that's to have Reese attack on my turn. So I'm going to have her do her attack real quick. I don't think she has any negatives or positives here, other than normal. 16 to hit.
Which one?
This one here.
This one. 16 to hit is not gonna hit.
Okay.
Because they didn't have to drop shields to use their javelins.
4. And another miss. That's fine. Then I'm going to take a 5-foot step back. I'm going to drop my lance, and I'm going to attack while drawing my great axe. Actually, I still have a move action, and I'm out of their range, so I might as well just stow the lance instead, because I can attack and draw at the same, right? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so I will do that. So, or I guess in this case, I have my shield out, so I should do the battle axe instead, because I can't stow 2 things. So battle axe.
Alrighty.
+1 single attack. Come on.
Why?
All right. I guess my turn is over.
You're swinging at him. All right, Pepperjack Prime.
Am I able to still do an attack after a move? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Can you move around that square right here? Because if you move here, you take an attack of opportunity to get there.
I might. I have like 5 movement. Are you talking about this one right
Where
here,
was
right? Behind it?
Well, you're saying when
Well,
he
you,
goes
you
here.
have to go like that, and then you have to go there, and then
I will go to this corner here.
like that.
What?
Yeah. If you go this way, you will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I see. So then just... Alright.
I'm gonna step there next turn anyway, so it's not the end of the world.
That's
Or
it.
I could go here and attack.
Go where?
Right here.
This spot.
I'm gonna step around the guy.
Up right.
Here, this spot.
Oh. Okay.
Nose.
Who knows? Who knows? I just live here. Live in
Nice.
sewers.
That will hit, and that will get through. Bop. Pepperjack Prime gets a nice gnawing bite at the leg.
See, Josh, this is why you and me, we get along, dude. It's always for the legs.
Oh, well, I mean, once he's getting lower, we're going to start seeing some jumping action out of Pepperjack Prime, but...
Nice. I like one thing.
Alright. Amelise.
Alright, let me look at this. Get. Let's see. If I go here, can I throw my dagger? Or would I need to get further?
You could throw your dagger.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if Pepperjack's, like, in the way. Alright.
Yeah. You still have to deal with allies in a melee, but maybe not at this range.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it.
Here. $16 is not going to meet.
Okay. Well, that's it for me.
Okay, Munker.
Okie dokie. That's my turn.
No ranged attacks or anything?
I would hit Buckethead in the head, and I don't want to do it just yet. When he's sleeping, for sure. But
Okay.
Do
The
you think I
Enigma.
sleep?
I'm
Point.
gonna move up here, I guess. Right here. That's gonna be my turn because I can't do anything else.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess. Has anybody used their guidance yet?
I have not yet.
Well, nothing.
Okay. Oczixei.
Alright. I'm gonna use a 5-foot step to shift around the guy. Oh, I still have that selected. And then I want to drive him into the wall with my shield and pin him there.
Alright, I would consider that a grapple of some kind. That or you're trying to bull rush where you're just going to knock him down. Either way, you're making a combat maneuver at that point.
Okay. I have not done a combat maneuver before. Do I make an
Okay.
attack one first?
Under your character sheet, you will find on your summary, there's CMB.
The MB or D?
CMB. CMD is your defense. CMB is your offensive for those. You will roll that. This will provoke an attack of opportunity, though, as you are not improved in both grappling or bull rushing.
Oh, in that case, if I will just smack him with my sword.
Okay. music stopped. That is a hit. Give him a nice slash.
There is no hope of success here. Surrender your weapon.
There is satisfaction, though. Okay. Does that end your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. His turn. Their turns. That wouldn't get him. And Mammut is technically here, for my current reference. He's going to take a 5-foot step here. He will draw in a deep breath. And he will...
Breath weapon.
Does this provoke an attack of opportunity?
I do not think it does, because he's not... It's not an intricate thing. He's basically just spitting at you. But he will unleash a wave of cold breath. I need both of you to make me reflex saves. DC 14. I need all 3 of you.
Reflexy.
Oh,
Was
no.
it reflex, you said, right?
Reflex for Pepperjack Prime and reflex for Amelise.
What's funny
It's
is
a
she has
nat
the 7.
Wow, I got a nat
Oh.
one.
Next survives.
That's
Okay.
2 nat 1s out of 3 saves.
Ridiculous.
Shook. Shook.
Frozen solid.
You all
This
get
is
affected by a blast of cold air.
This party rolls like garbage.
Yeah, I'm quitting the game. I'll take my New Yorker accent somewhere else.
Oh man. I can't do anything about the dice, man. The
He
dice are
made
truth.
Foundry.
I didn't make Foundry.
He made it.
Alright. These ones, however, will also get their turns. They will 5-step forward. And yeah, we got full attack. That'll be... Yeah, full attack on Mammut. Let's make those power attacks. Which makes it scary, but... Ooh, miss and miss.
Wow. Can't believe it.
Both swings whoosh, whoosh, slide past, and you're blocking it with the wide edge of your battle axe. Alright, now let's see this one against Reese. Okay, pop up. 17 and 12.
Does a 17 hit Reese? That's a great question. No, it does not.
17 does not hit Reese. 18,
Reese has an 18.
That's good. Okay. Because that's some nasty damage they can do with that power attack. Alright. Okay. One glancing strike across the leather armor. But nothing harmful yet. Mammut, you're up.
Right. I'm not sure. I'm going to just attack some more. I don't. Well, I'm gonna make that right check. Hopefully, the DC can accomplish something. Hopefully, I can accomplish something for once.
Alright. That's good.
Sweet. All right, now I got to roll a 1 on my combat. I'll use guidance on this.
Alrighty. Divine Light!
Yes. I hit only 11 damage.
This one, right?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. You give him a cleaving slash, and he's bleeding down across one eye.
All right, Reese. Kill.
Is it the same target?
Yeah.
that will meet armor class.
Sweet. Good job, DC. 10 damage.
So, I gotta check something with natural weapons again. So we're not gonna change how this is working, but I think you only get to pick one of the types of natural weapons. I'm gonna look it up more. You still get to do the attacks though. Go ahead and do the other attacks.
Okay.
But
It misses anyways. The slams never
Okay.
hit.
the slams never hit.
Might as well remove them.
That is sadly true. Okay, you really messed up one of them.
Alright.
Okay, Pepperjack Prime.
Oh, it's Pepperjack Prime? She's gonna... Bop. Bam. Bop. Boom.
Go ahead and give me that. No!
Alright, thanks, Evan, for your dice, dude.
It passes on. It's a curse that just hops down the line from one person to another every round.
I'm gonna say it. I hate to say it, but Evan, you're a real stinker. That's Pepper's turn.
Alright, Amelise.
She had to take a phone call.
Oh,
So,
what do you think she's gonna do?
I
Step
think
forward and throw a dagger.
probably. So, move to here, throw dagger.
I wouldn't stand there because I think that's within their breath weapon range for those two.
Well, then I don't stand there. Can she throw in from here?
She could.
You might be able to throw it from there
Okay. Dagger
because
time.
that's what she was last time relative to me.
Alright, then I will attack dagger. Okay, that's a single attack, right? Alright, I'll click it for her then. Oh,
Whiff.
tunk,
It's
tunk.
fine.
I think she's out of daggers at this point, because I think she only has
Yeah.
2, right?
I don't know.
Let me see. Inventory, 2 daggers.
Dagger. Okay.
Okay.
You're out of daggers.
Monker!
Yeah, it's
Alright.
boring here.
1 sec.
Sorry.
I want to keep it.
Oh.
They're expensive.
Well, it's just over here next to this guy. We'll just grab it.
You better not set it on fire, melting.
Alright.
They do cold damage.
How do I apply guidance to this next roll?
Okay, there's a little section. It says, so when you're doing it, there's a little section. It says attack bonus is like the second to top kind of text space. You just
Yeah,
put
attack
a
roll
1 in
bonus?
there. Yeah, attack roll bonus. Just put in the 1. I'm
Right,
guessing
ding
that's a
dong.
sling. Yeah, that's a sling. So that is going into active combat. So that's actually going to be a 17, but that will still hit him. Pop. Give him a nice tunk across his head.
You stink, lizard breath!
Did some damage.
Stupid.
That's
You're real
Alright.
sneaky.
quite funny
Enigma.
coming from the one with the worst breath of us all.
No, that's Pepperjack. She eats so much flesh. Oh my, it's disgusting.
Enigma. With casual humor in play. What do you do? There's a lot of swinging axes over here.
I mean, I guess. I mean, do we think this one is at all close to dead? One next to me here.
This one? He's
Yeah.
injured? Probably not close to dead, though.
But the ones
So
on
that
the
is
bottom
most certainly going to provoke.
Yeah, I'm figuring out. I would just move there because I don't know how to ping. So this one is not, but the two down here are closer to dead.
This one is very bloody. This one is kind of injured. He's got 1 gash, but one of them is completely untouched so far.
I don't think I can make it all the way down there and still move anywhere.
You said it's
Yeah, can't really do anything, so I'm gonna just stay here. I'm gonna cast. Actually, Mammut used his guidance already, right? So
I did.
I'm gonna move over here and just cast guidance on him again because
Okay.
Thank you.
productivity.
Guidance. Okay.
That's it.
Oczixei.
Alright. I'm going to try and drive my sword into his chest.
Alright, let's see. That will hit. It kind of goes in and he kind of catches and has to deflect it, but you do give him a nice gash.
Your scales are soft, weakling.
Alright, that's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not stepping forward because I don't want to get blasted with another brother. Actually, if they blasted me, they'd have to hit him. So I'm going to 5 foot step forward.
Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Now that was a good move, because you have now stopped him from being able to flank. Okay. Which means now he can just resort to doing his one thing. Power attack, full attack, 2 swings against you, Oczixei. 11 and 10. Wow. Both blows parried. You can feel the weight of his strikes in those blows, though. Okay. Next up is this one. Full attack. Nah, he's just gonna do full attack on Mammut. That is 1 hit.
Yikes.
There is a hit. It's a lot of damage. Like I'm down.
Mammut gets struck. The figure kind of has to leap up and gives you a solid chop bend to the side, and you kind of flop in your saddle.
Rip.
And my pointer is now stuck for some reason. Why, pointer? But why? Okay, I'll use chat room pointer. Okay. But that will end his turn. Will this one bother? I think what he's going to do is he's going to make 1 single power attack on Reese for the standard action.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that hit.
Yep. And he's gonna knock the elephant down. And then he'll use his movement. Actually, no, he's going to have to move, like... Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get into the fray yet, though. Let's move up there. Reese and Mammut both tumble down to the ground. I'm gonna move you guys like this. They're safe from falling in the water, though. As they kind of just slump down. Okay. That will end their turn. Okay. Well, now this is the first time I've got to deal with these rules in actuality. Okay. Negative hit points. Let's see. Because I believe there is a check that you get to make, Mammut.
Oh, good.
When you const... oh, no. No, you don't. You just take
Okay.
1 minus hit point on your turn.
Okay.
And so does Reese. I was confusing that with the Pathfinder 2 rules, where you get to just kind of go up and down and up and down. Okay. Pepperjack Prime. Pepperjack bites onto a nice piece of armor.
So sad.
Just scratches up that armor. Okay. Amelise.
I'm just going to a 5 foot step. And
Can you do anything to help them?
no, I don't have anything.
I don't have any lay on hands charges yet because we've
That's not
wrecked
gonna
it
get it.
since I got that booster.
Oh,
That's
it's
not
all
gonna
not.
break armor. Okay, Munker, you're up. That is gonna hit, even with the penalty.
Nice.
I'm assuming it's this one that this one you're going for?
That's him.
Alright. Pop another ding across his head. You're just pelting him with bullets. It's the best part. It's just tunk, tunk, tunk.
I only have one
Ah.
left, so
Oh no.
Alright. The Enigma.
all my 1 damage will be gone.
Okay. So this is a tough one.
Mumat currently
can I-
effectively has 15 turns till he dies.
Yeah. Can I move into one of these squares here? Like, could I move into this one? Or because they're down and they're large people? Like, does that not?
It may be a bit tricky.
And can I move into one of their squares and move out? Like, is it the same as, like, I just can't
Well,
end my
what are
turn
you
there,
what are you
or-
trying to get to here?
I just need to do a touch attack.
Okay. So you can
I just need to, like, reach in and touch him anywhere, really.
yeah,
Doesn't
you're
really
gonna
matter.
need you're gonna need to occupy something around here. You can
Okay.
enter the down spaces.
Problem is, so I could take like a 5-foot step, like free action here, and
Yeah.
then can I still take?
You cannot take
Like-
any other kind of movement if you take the 5-foot step.
Even if like the 5-foot free action?
The 5-foot free
The
action
5-foot free action requires you
negates
to
all
not do
other
any of it.
movement.
Oh, okay. So okay, because I was trying to see if I could like move in and then like take the step out, or because I don't want to
No.
be, if I'm
It's a
there,
very-
then I'm gonna get wrecked super easy.
It represents
Um,
taking a very careful, guided series of steps throughout the entire course of the turn.
Yeah, I can't do anything then, so
I can't roll.
I'm going to. How does the aid another action work?
You roll. Okay, aid another, if I recall correctly. I know that if I'm correct, the DC for aiding another is just a 10.
What skill is it?
That's the part I don't know.
What kind of range attack you could use on the other two?
I don't have any attacks.
Okay, aid another. In melee combat, you can help a friend attack or defend by distracting or interfering with an opponent. If you're in a position to make a melee attack on an opponent that is engaging a friend in melee combat, you can attempt to aid your friend as a standard action. You make you make an attack roll against AC
You have to
10.
be then.
Yeah, so I can't do that either. I was hoping there'd be a space where I could stand there and do some things, but I can't get close.
Until
to
my
that.
turn, I can move out of the way.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do a heal check on Mammut and see if I can stabilize him.
Okay.
And it's DC 15.
Nice.
Alright. So Mumat is no longer going to bleed out on his turns. But he still needs to get healed back up in order to re-engage. Okay.
All right.
Oczixei.
I'm going to 5-foot step here, turn around, and swing my sword down on the guy between me and Pepperjack with flanking.
Alrighty. So that's a +2 bonus.
Okay.
I was wrong, it's not flat-footed. That's the Pathfinder 2 rules, and it keeps getting me confused because when you look it up, it gives me the Pathfinder 2 rules, and that's frustrating.
I'm
It is a
also
+2
giving
bonus.
myself +1 from guidance.
Okay, so +3 in the modifier space.
15 hit.
15 sadly does not hit.
Oh, that was a good attack too. It was almost full damage.
I was almost. Nope. Though. You swing at him, you try, it... He manages to deflect it, though. Okay, their turn. Alright. 5, or 10, 20, he can't make that distance going over the bodies. Okay, yeah, we're going to get a full attack. First attack is on Pepperjack, second attack is on Amelise.
He's not going to take the flanking on me?
Not this one.
That hits.
So
He's
which
going
one
to get the
is-
satisfaction of killing your allies.
What's the
Pepperjack is
attack
the
one?
21. So the first
Oh,
roll
Pepperjack's
is
dead
Pepperjack.
then.
Pepperjack
If it's
is
like the 12 damage, yeah, she's down.
unconscious.
Unconscious or dead?
Unconscious. You have to meet negative Constitution score worth of points, so...
I just wasn't sure how low Pepperjack's Constitution score was, so it was feasible that it would just kill Pepperjack.
It could be feasible, yes.
Nice.
Okay, the second attack on Amelise, 17 to hit. Does that beat your armor class?
Yeah, it does.
Shock
Okay.
shield.
It only gets me to 16.
Wait. Even
doesn't
with,
it hit?
even with shock shield?
I have an AC of 14. Shock shield gives me +2.
Oh, okay. So that does
I can
beat...
dismiss it, which does damage, but
Okay.
Is that your turn?
I don't know. It's a free action, so could I?
Yeah, I think that's your turn.
Amelise,
So-
you are knocked unconscious.
Doesn't that
We
just
all die here, apparently.
You're fine.
You're both knocked unconscious?
Yeah, I only have 4 HP. I have 10 HP total.
Yeah, we were all like, we're
You
both
guys
of
have
us
been-
were wounded already.
Bogged pretty far down.
This is like our third combat.
Because you
Yeah.
have Constitution. You have to be negative your Constitution score. The score, not the modifier.
Yeah. Your score is 10, so you have to hit -10 to die.
Honestly, I thought that thing in the sewers would do a decent amount of damage to these guys, but they don't seem like
Yeah,
they're hurt at all.
Its attack rolls are not high enough, and its damage output was not enough before they killed it. That's why I was doing a bunch of behind-the-scenes dice rolls. Some of them did get hurt, but not by a lot.
It was a pleasure working with you guys all. I'll catch you later.
Okay, Reese goes down by 1, Pepperjack goes down by 1. Amelise, it's your turn, you go down by 1. Munker.
Am I able to stand on a downed token, right?
Sure.
Mhm.
Why is it always dark when I do that? It's so weird.
I'm just gonna put Pepperjack like that. 14 to hit. That will hit. Or 24, I mean, not 14.
Say,
Okay, you
hold on.
slash into him. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed in one hit. I already know that.
The Enigma.
Okay, I'm gonna go right here. And I'm gonna... This guy, underneath Oczixei, I am going to disappear. One
This-
turn.
This guy.
This is all I got left.
Make
Yeah.
me a touch attack.
I gotta remember.
So just make me... So under your combat space, hit the melee roll. It's in the
I will.
middle.
There it is. It's not a melee roll though. It's a spell.
Oh, it's a
attack.
spell touch? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a completely different modifier then. That would be... What's your spell modifier? It's charisma based, so 4 plus your base attack bonus, I believe. which is 1.
Yeah.
So give me a d20 plus 5.
Come on.
Same.
Oh.
Ah. Let me
Wait,
see.
actually, that might, because they're wearing heavy armor, aren't they?
Did you
I
have
got probably
guidance?
11, though.
Did you have
I do
guidance
have
on
guidance.
yourself?
Yeah, +1.
You might want to add that.
Yes, we were going to add that.
Okay, because that is enough to actually make him disappear.
Dope.
Oh.
we got
And how many
one
rounds
We
is that
do
for?
some serious damage in 1 round.
And that's for how many rounds he's gone?
Just 1. And
Okay. Vanishes. So really just 1. I thought.
I'm gonna move here.
Yeah, that's smart, because then they can't flank us.
Take 1 for the team.
Okay.
It's all you guys now. I'm just the meat shield.
Oczixei.
It's
Oh,
literally
just
just...
disappeared.
Alright, so we're flanking this guy, so I'm going to try and get him.
Alrighty.
No, that's not going to hit.
No.
Oh, 16
Yeah, it
actually.
does. There's 16, right?
That you added the flanking bonus in there already?
I did
Plus
not
2?
add the flanking bonus in there, so that's actually
Okay,
18.
flanking bonus plus 2, that would put it to 18. That will hit him.
Alright.
You
7
give
more
him a
damage.
nice stab at the back.
He's not down?
No,
Bruh,
he's looking really hurt though.
this is high damage and health for level 2.
I've done
I
like
will
30
state,
damage to him by myself.
these guys are not meant to be confronted most of the time.
And it's an action to try and intimidate him, right?
Yeah. Okay, it is their turn. Alright. There's no flanking for him.
He could try and walk all the way over to here.
That one could. But let's see.
Just go like that and then like that.
This
Three
one's
attacks
going
opportunity.
to... Yeah, this one's going to full attack. And he's going to make one against Munker and against Oczixei. First one's against Munker.
Pleasure knowing you guys.
Wait, which guy?
The one
On the
between
front.
Oczixei and Munker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Munker's first, then Oczixei.
Oh.
17 on Munker, 18 on Oczixei.
18 misses me.
Yeah, that hits. Wait, no, I have an AC of 18. Never mind.
Blood.
Okay,
18?
you're both good. He's swirling
Oh.
around, chunk, chunk. You're both parrying his strikes. The other one is going to full attack the Oracle.
Rest in peace, guys. 16.
Misses one of them.
I think 11 will still knock me out, though.
That's so sad.
Chunk.
Yeah, because I have 11.
You are at 0, so you are not knocked unconscious.
Oh, okay.
You're just...
What you are currently at is you are
0.
disabled. So in this state, you have the staggered condition. So let me go ahead and put those
It
conditions
doesn't matter.
on
I'm
you.
not going to be making any attacks anyway. I have a -4 to all my melee attack rolls, so...
Okay, you have the staggered condition. You can only take a single move or standard action each turn, not both, nor can you take any full round actions. You can take move actions without injuring yourself, but if you take a standard action, it will cause too much pain and you will take a point of damage and fall unconscious.
Yep.
But you are actually still standing. That will end their turn since the second hit missed. Mammut's fine. Reese, however, will drop. Okay, Pepperjack Prime will drop by 1. Let's see if they knock you all unconscious before anybody dies. Munker, you're up.
don't feel Why did they do 2? What?
Boom!
Oh. Oh.
Ah!
If only you did more than 1 damage.
Oh.
You were literally rolled 2 ones.
I'm gonna scream, bro. I'm gonna scream.
But my boy gets a crit. Boy, critical damage.
Why can't you have saved
Doesn't
that
feel
for me?
critical. It doesn't feel
It
critical.
doesn't feel critical.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm done with Pathfinder.
the Enigma.
Now it's me.
You're in a moment of desperation. Go ahead and give me a Constitution check. So under your attributes, roll me Constitution, which means it'll just be a flat 20 roll.
Bruh.
Okay. Nothing yet. Does the guy reappear?
Yeah, he appears right now, right next to me.
Okay. Pop.
Right, he is not dead.
It was
We're
GG
so
vibes.
screwed.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we just want to end it now?
Okay. Extra desperation, extra desperation. I'm going to do something. That's our 1D. That is above 50. Okay. So, let's see. I need to find something. You went with the prism, right? When you got the crystal eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. The prism is fun. Let's see. Now this is special circumstances. Where is the spell? Okay. Heck yeah. Nah. We'll do that. All right. So that was not enough to get something there. You can take your move action. You can try to focus, or you can, as an action, try to focus on this desperation and channel it. Which means
well,
if
we're
something positive happens, it'll be good, but otherwise you'll drop to 0 or to -1.
Well, it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna focus, and we're just gonna try and light some stuff up.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Oh, that I can do. That I can do.
That is high enough to merit this. Okay. Oczixei's eye bursts with light.
My eye or Enigma's?
Or the Enigma. Fetch. I'm getting your names confused. Sorry. The Enigma's eye bursts with light. Your left eye opens. Okay. Let me see what I can grant you under the prism. So that would be... Okay. That is what it will do this time. Since the prism has not been completely attuned yet, you get Wild Magic Surge with this, of the prismatic variety. In other words, I get to experiment with some of my mechanics here. Okay. First, I need to do this. Junk. Oczixei, you heal for 11 points. Or not Oczixei. Fetch! The Enigma, you heal for 11 points.
Apparently, okay. That's pretty sweet.
Okay. Pick a spell from your spell list.
Well, from my spell list.
Yeah, preferably a positive effect or a negative effect. Just pick a spell.
Okay, let's see what we got. So,
Master.
I'm gonna use Cure Light Wounds,
Okay.
preferably aimed towards Mammut if that's available.
Alrighty. You focus upon one of your spells and through the prism it gets refracted. In this form, pop, 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 pop. And that's a D8, right?
So it heals
Plus
everyone for
modifier.
D8, including them.
One moment. Plus 1 point per caster level. That's R.
Caster level 2. That's
Okay,
special from
so this is where the fun part gets to begin. Everybody heals for 10 points.
Woohoo!
Alright. Do they heal for 10 points?
No. You
Oh,
can
dope.
control who's
I
going to
got
get it.
3 more health. Glad there's no over health. Well, after this monker's retiring, going home. Wife and kids. No more.
Okay. Amelise heals up to 8. Okay. But there will be a cost.
That's fine. I have a curse already. How bad can it get?
Well,
I
let's
tend to
see.
be
There
good
is a
at
10%
sacrificing.
chance the eye just shatters. 72. The eye does not shatter.
So,
Okay. However, you feel yourself sickened. So you are currently under the sickened condition. And you cannot use any of your, one moment, /R1D2, let's see. You can't use your cantrips.
okay.
Some kind of effect of the prism has sealed part of your magic.
Right. I'm used to adverse consequences.
Oczixei.
Alright. I am going to, with renewed vigor, bring my blade down on the man behind me. Actually, no. I think they've got it. No, actually, I should deal with this guy first. I forgot to add flanking there, but it doesn't matter.
But that's high
Doesn't
enough. Okay. You give him a solid slash. He is gritting through the blood in his mouth.
We're still screwed, guys.
He's
Yeah,
just licking his mouth.
they get another turn before I stand up.
They do. Alright.
I'm then going to 5-foot step to there.
Gonna 5-foot step. That will be in Mumot's space, which is now actually an active space.
Oh, I can't be there. Okay, then I'll just stay there.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay, this one will full attack. First one's Munker, second one's Oczixei. Same pattern as before.
Oof.
Easily misses me.
Okay,
Munker,
Munker
no.
takes 9.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've taken
He
8
seems
yet.
very confused at this point, though. How?
Oh no. I'm just a guy.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is a tight spot. Okay, full attack on the Enigma. What?
Can't hit
Wow.
me, boy. I'm a god.
Shung, shung, swish, swish. Your eye is bleeding light, but you managed to dodge both attacks.
In Draconic, I'm just gonna yell, "Bow down to me, peasant."
I am your doom. Okay, this one is going to... I'm sorry, Enigma, but like, at this point, they're both weirded out by that.
That-
You're
that
gonna
is
get
understandable.
a second series of full attacks against you.
This is
Reveal to everyone. That is a 16 on the second one.
16 does hit, but I'm have 1 HP.
Oh wow. Junk! You're still standing. The Enigma shall not fall! Mumat, you suddenly awaken from the cold of defeat with possible victory.
What does it take to
Reese
stand
is
up?
also waking up. It's a move action.
Okay. Does it provoke?
It does.
Ah.
Over the ankles.
That sucks. I don't really have a choice. Though.
Can he 5-foot step stand up? Like, is that not an option?
No.
Doom just to get back up.
But if you
Well.
have Reese stand up first, he'll take the.
Can't. It's my turn first.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
Mammut wouldn't do that. Alright, I stand up.
Okay.
Can you
I
take
don't-
like a dodge action first?
You know what? I don't.
Grappled him. Pulled him to the floor.
Just
Can you
lay on the
move?
ground.
Can you move while prone?
I think you can move at half your movement.
Okay.
Can you 5-foot step while prone?
Just like an inch.
All over that way into the water.
Fall off the thing. There's a big splash.
Yeah, what else? There are like a bunch of actions in combat. There's. Okay, so this square would not be considered threatened. I could take a withdraw full round action.
You could do that.
It says that the square that I leave is not considered threatened.
The
Does that
first-
just mean
so it's the first movement that you make doesn't provoke, but any future movement will.
it's a weird way to phrase it? Okay, so if I withdraw, I can move double of half my speed, which is just my speed. So
Yeah.
I can move diagonally and then fall off into the water.
Okay. Alright, Muma, I do need you to make me a Fortitude Save
Okay.
as you enter the water.
Great.
What's this? Yeah?
I rolled a nat 2.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you for rolling that for me. That's all I needed on that.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna get the plague, guys.
Maybe.
Okay, so that was 5, 10, or no, so here, 10, 15, 20.
Saddling across the edge, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, just gonna type something out. There we go. Alright, Reese is up.
Okay, I'm gonna have Reese withdraw as well. Just like crawl along, I guess.
Same thing.
Not go into the water though. She's going to go up. She's gonna take an attack from this one here.
Okay. That's a 20 total to hit for 6 points. Which
Okay.
doesn't knock her out.
25, 30, 35, 40. She crawls over here.
Also, Reese has just done something for Amelise by taking that attack. Amelise can get up without provoking now.
True.
Also, Pepperjack Prime, I forgot. Also needs to be healed.
She back up then?
Oh,
She is, but she's on, She's quadrupedal. She
What?
doesn't need to try to get up
Yeah, we
from
have to,
prone.
I'm not running. I just need to. I need a chance to get up so I can like regain my bearings.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
And charge attack.
Yeah.
So you can get.
Yeah. It'll be great.
If you ever want to roll it now.
That's her turn.
Okay. Amelise.
Alright, I get up and I'm gonna throw a bomb.
Okay. Where are you aiming it?
If I aim it at this guy, it hits Enigma, right?
Yes, it would hit the area around.
But if I
Throw
aim,
behind him.
yeah, if I aim it here, then it'll just splash damage these two.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, give me that attack roll. I believe the DC is 15.
Or they take half damage, I think.
Okay, that hits the area. Okay. Splash
So they
damage
a reflex
is
save.
1 plus your intelligence modifier, which I think is 3, so that's 4 damage. But they have to make saves, right?
Yeah, reflex save, if they get a 14 or higher, they take 2 damage. So 1 takes 4, 1 takes 2.
A natural... Okay. Alrighty. This one.
Now 1 takes double damage, so it's actually 8.
Takes
Oh,
4
right.
damage. So that would put him at... Oh, and this is fire, not cold, so no resistance applied. So... Pop, he's not looking good.
Oh. And then
The other one's basically untouched at this point, so he just kind of shoulders it.
yeah, that's
That's
Monk.
not a good sign.
next turn. I'm gonna breathe fire.
Are you kidding me?
Did you add the plan?
This
that's
is-
different.
That
What are
would
the
be
rolls
13.
today?
What are the rolls today? They're just up and down everywhere.
Well, almost wish that Munker died at this point.
Oh, no, don't say that. He's great. I love him.
No. His time
Enigma.
has come.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
The Enigma.
It'd be better just to throw another bomb.
I won't life, so oh my
Can't really
god.
do anything at this point.
Mm.
And like it does.
Your touch ability is free, right?
Mm.
I mean, I have 1 touch attack left I can do. That's basically like a Sunder. Do these guys have? They have armor and shields, correct?
They do have armor and shield.
Okay, I'm just going to Sunder. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step. No, I can't do that. Fetch. Gotta stay here. Sacrifice one for the team. The guy that has the most health, I'm gonna do a Sunder ability and just attack.
Yeah.
Like, does it look like he only has 1 melee weapon, like just the axe? Or does
He has
have,
the
like...
axe. He still has javelins on his back, though. I
Okay.
think he would probably at this point have maybe like 2 javelins left.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack his axe then, and then, yeah, I think it's just 1d6 with the, like, basically acts as a Sunder combat maneuver.
Okay. I do need you to make the attack with the spell.
So as a melee touch attack, you deal 1 bonus.
So it's worth.
So it's 1d6 per oracle level, so it'd be 2d6.
And this
And
is
Yeah.
So it's aging
it would
touch.
be yeah, aging touch. So I think with this touch attack, since it is like a spell, right? Or is it just a normal
it's
melee?
So it's I think it's considered a supernatural ability.
Okay. It's the
And
aging
then-
touch as a melee touch attack. Okay, so I do need you to make the touch attack using the melee bonus
Okay.
roll.
That'll do it.
Ooh. All right. Give me
Even with my -4.
2d6.
Why do you have a -4?
It's my curse. All my melee attacks and strength things are -4.
Great.
So I have charred arms basically, and a
All right.
glowing
Roll
eye.
2d6.
So 7.
7
Not
total.
terrible, I guess.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. You dodge one swing and you get to it and you just grab the axe and the wood of the handle decays and the metal rusts and it crumbles in his hands. He is no longer armed.
Dope. That was the goal. So I'm done now. I have used all of my abilities I have possible. So
Can you only
Just
use your
turn.
mystery powers once?
what?
Your revelations, can you only do those
Yeah.
once?
So they're only one. It's once per day.
Okay. Alright. They're not as crazy as I thought they were. I was under the impression that they were constant thing.
That will.
No, I mean I did
Yeah,
just melt
well-
his axe in my hand. So. Yeah, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. With that, Oczixei.
Alright. This guy needs to die already.
That will beat
17
his
hit?
armor class. You
Nice.
stab
Alright,
him
8
through
more
the
damage.
back. He is dead. Finally, one of them
Alright,
has perished.
I'm gonna step forward.
Yeah.
And okay, who's next?
Get some help over here.
Okay.
Uh,
Turns. Uh-oh. I don't have a weapon anymore. He is going to... In anger, he is going to make an unarmed strike, which will provoke attacks of opportunity.
Oh, nice. Does he
tries
make
to-
2 unarmed attacks? Or 1?
Just the one.
Dang it.
That's not gonna beat his armor, though.
Can I also roll an attack of opportunity? Melee attack?
You may.
If it's an unarmed strike, attack of opportunity, does that work?
He made an
Yes,
unarmed
yes,
strike
yes,
against the
yes.
Enigma.
Wow.
So Enigma, you can
Wow.
attack him before he hits you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be KO'd. Doesn't matter. So
You can
It's
still...
not lethal,
So
right? So-
the attack of opportunity comes first.
so I do still get to roll one.
Yeah. Attacks of
Okay, I mean-
opportunity interject before the
Okay.
thing that triggered
And
them.
then I don't know how unarmed attack works because I wasn't planning on ever making one. So do I just?
I say don't, because you'll get an attack opportunity from the other one, right?
He's gonna knock me out.
He's gonna go unconscious anyway, so.
I have
But at
one
least it's
HP.
non-lethal. You won't be bleeding out.
It's
Oh,
true.
they're-
That's
They
true.
are non-lethal attacks. Okay.
You
let's
didn't
see,
have your
just-
sickle out?
No, I don't. Remember, I threw it in the water to awaken the Kraken.
Oh, right. Yeah, your sickle's gone. Okay.
So it wouldn't really matter if I hit him anyway because it would do non-lethal damage as well. So we're just gonna.
All right.
I'm just gonna take it to the face.
You take 1 D2, I think it is, plus their strength.
Their strength is 4, right?
Yeah, that's- You take 6 points of non-lethal damage and get knocked unconscious. But you are not actually bleeding out. do they have an unconscious condition here listed? No, they don't, so I'll just mark you as prone. Pop. Okay. After that, this one is going to try and give 2 attacks on Oczixei. 25
Oh,
and 20.
those are the first 2 hits I've taken today, dang.
Is that gonna knock
Yeah.
you out?
No.
Slash
You healed me
and
now.
slash. Okay. He gets in
I
you
have got
with his strikes.
left.
But, Mammut, you're up. Can we turn this around?
Maybe. What movement would it take for me to get here?
I'll just say you'll take your move action to do that.
Okay. So then, over there, and take. Do I drop my weapons when I go unconscious?
I think you I'm not sure. I'll say you have your weapons. I'm not willing to look it up right now. So I'm just
Okay,
gonna make
then
it ease of use.
And I drop them, and I draw my great axe.
Alright.
I mean, it's an object interaction to pick up an item, right? You're not close enough that they could attack for opportunity, so you could always just pick it up.
Well, no, I don't want them.
He sum up of the turn is draws great axe, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
so I can do that as part of my attack action. So this guy is going to get a great axe attack.
Alright.
Do I still have guidance?
Yeah, I gave you
I'll
another one.
use guidance. Single attack.
Alright.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. And that was this one or this one?
This one.
This one. You lop his head off.
Sweet.
And the other one doesn't have a weapon, so
Yeah.
Yes. Alright.
Okay. Reese.
Reese is going to stand back. She does not have the health for this.
Alright. Pepperjack Prime.
Pepperjack will stay back too.
Okay. Amelise.
I feel a bomb, but I don't hit anything. Trying to think of what I could do from here.
Take a defensive stance. Or you could.
I mean, you could try and move up and aid.
I mean, you could throw a bomb here again, do 4 damage.
Yeah, but if I don't roll high enough, then the bomb goes somewhere else, and I could hit Enigma or Oczixei.
You see.
Is there a penalty if you're not trained with a weapon?
There is.
How bad is it?
I think it's something like -4 or 5.
Okay. Do I move here? Or do I...
Yeah, you can move it.
I'm gonna try and attack with the whip I have on me. Because that is 10 feet on this guy right here who's still alive. And what did you say it was -4? Or is it -5?
Let me check it on this one because it's a little bit more potentially when using a weapon you're not proficient with, it's a -4 penalty on attack rolls. Yes.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Yeah.
Ah, she almost hit you.
That's it.
Okay. Munker.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's the game plan. I climb on top of Mammut, right? That's cool. And then jump off with the acrobatics, and then I land right on there. Bada boom, bada.
Okay, give me a climb check.
Perfect. You got it. Watch this. You want to know something funny? I have a 13 in climbing.
You climb up. Ah! Give me the
What's up, big
acrobatics
guy?
to see how good of a flip you do.
Heal
I have
that
a
one.
plus. I have a +8.
Ugh.
You dive. Oh shoot! You forgot the rest of the flip. And you smack, landing on the ground. You kind of have to get up and kind of brush yourself off, and pretend like you meant to do that.
What's up, wise guy? You see that? I'm a freaking acrobatic guy. You know that? Crazy. And do I still have a movement or attack I could do after that, or no?
No.
Yeah, cool. I was gonna say I'd be broken if I could. That's my turn.
Okay, the Enigma is unconscious but not bleeding out, so Oczixei.
I drop my blade and try and tackle this guy to the ground.
Okay, that is going
Why?
to be a bull rush check. So that is a combat maneuver.
You
Would it
can
be
make an
better
attack
just to kill him?
against me.
So actually, that's important. Do you want to try to grapple him first or knock him down first?
I want to try
Those
and
are
grapple him.
compartmentalized. You
Don't
want to try
do
and
this.
grapple him. That is still
That's your next.
a combat maneuver.
CMB, right?
Yep, and that will provoke attack of opportunity.
He's unarmed, and I got an at 20.
That is a nat 20. Okay, let's see him make his attack.
Well, if he does
And I'm
that,
gonna make
attack of opportunity too, yes.
He's making an unarmed strike, right?
It would have to be an unarmed strike, that is fair.
Then I'm gonna go back
That's a
and punch him back.
miss. That is a miss on his unarmed strike, so you managed to grapple him. You are both grappled now.
Well, he did unarmed strike. I can swing axe, yes?
You can.
And I can make.
Yep.
Can I make an unarmed strike attack as an opportunity attack since he attacked me?
You are currently grappled, so that will come with a...
Well, he would attack me before I grappled him, and I would attack him before he attacked me because it interrupts their
Oh,
action, right?
this is getting a little confusing.
I think you probably like doubled him,
lost.
you know?
Yeah.
Like he swung and you threw an elbow and laid him
15
out.
will not beat armor because
This-
the opportunity attack comes before he is grappled.
This is fine.
Okay.
Does that mean
yeah,
I get one?
I think I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, you're both grappled now, and he took a swing. This is fine.
we're
This is
both
going to get crazy very soon. It's a good thing I've gotten comfortable
Wait,
with
can
the grappling rules.
Yeah, there's like
Yes,
three
when you
people
grapple
that-
somebody, both characters are under the grappled condition.
Ah.
Alright, can I also take a
Okay.
swing?
You are not close enough to do that.
Oh.
The whip has reach.
The whip.
The whip does that.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's see if you hit somebody else as well. Whips are not easy to not hit somebody.
There it is.
Wow.
Okay.
0, so.
Well, not. She just whipped you.
Well, that doesn't beat my armor class.
Nah, but it's a critical fail, man. With an unproficient weapon. I'm gonna put something on that.
This
Nice little cut. Okay. Now the fun thing. You two are now grappled. These mechanics are
Wait,
fun.
doesn't work.
Dylan, take
What?
your.
Oh, yeah. It didn't even matter. Why am I even here?
Okay.
I'm removing the dice from this
Okay.
game. And
To
putting
be
in
fair.
coins to flip up.
50-50 chance.
There it
Okay,
is.
go.
Heads, you attack them. Tails, you don't.
Alright. The grapple zone. We are now playing with grapples.
So
Okay. So on his turn, he gets to attempt to turn the grapple around on you. Because you are now basically wrestling each other. So let's see. He gets to make a combat maneuver check. This is not going to
does
provoke
he,
because
he's
you're
wearing a
both already
shield,
in.
right?
Huh?
He's wearing a shield, right?
He is wearing a shield.
Then he gets -4.
Oh, where does that say that?
Let's see. Humanoid creatures without 2 free hands attempting to grapple a foe take a -4 penalty on the combat. maneuver.
Okay. You have a shield as well, yes?
I do, but I rolled a 20,
You rolled a 20.
so I got a 22 on my roll. Or I rolled a 24, but a -4 makes it 20.
Okay. That would put him at 18. Your combat maneuver
Which does not
defense
beat my armor
is...
class.
It doesn't have to beat your armor class. It has to beat your combat maneuver defense, which is 15. So he is now in control of this grapple. However, that is his turn, because you have to start your turn in control to move to the next stage. Mumat,
Alright.
they are grappled. He is considered flat-footed because he is effectively flat-footed because you cannot get your dexterity bonus on armor while grappling.
Well, I can't reach a spot to help, so I just swing my axe again. I'll try and I'll make it non-lethal. We'll keep this guy.
Okay, I think that's a -4 to your attack roll.
It is. I do not hit.
You try to not hit Oczixei, and it just swings over his head. Oh gosh. Okay. Reese, I'm assuming, is not going to be involved with the grappling right now.
No, Reese is going to stand up though.
Okay.
Apparently she wasn't.
Pepperjack Prime.
Pepperjack's just gonna go run a Reese and just chill out with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amelise,
Can I move, like that?
you would have to go
Like this?
around the party.
30 feet.
Oh,
Your allies do provide difficulty to that, though, so
Okay, we'll just drop my backpack.
I'd probably say you can get there.
Even
This
with
is-
dropping back for 30 foot movement?
Huh?
Wait,
I'm confused.
She has to
Well,
move
maybe-
through ally spaces, which would be difficult.
can't I move like this instead?
You're still going to move through an ally's space. So that's
Yeah.
that's double movement. So 15, 20, 25.
Well, can't you go diagonally back into Munker's space and then go right?
At that point, that diagonal would be 10. I'll stick you here. Unless you want to spend another movement or your other action to do full movement, and then I can just put you where you want to be.
Oh, okay. Well, if I can't.
I mean, you could just stand on me, can't you?
Could I can I move into the space and do an attack
I
and
mean,
back up?
I'm on the ground, laying down.
Josh?
I get a concern you're gonna step on him. But, sure. I mean, if you want to take that risk.
I don't weigh like anything.
I mean, you could just
You're
roll me
like
out of the way.
75 pounds. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Serg. Okay. You are trying to punch him. That is a punch. Pop.
Woohoo, punch.
You're punching him with your gauntlet. Munker,
Yeah.
you're up now.
Alright. I don't care if I stab Oczixei either.
It
It
doesn't
happens.
matter. That is gonna get him. You give him a nice chick.
Nice.
The Enigma.
Knocked out.
I'm going to just roll a percentile and say there's a 50% chance she just stepped on you. She did not step on you.
Alright, I'm gonna
Oczixei,
try and
you are
take
grappled.
control of the grapple.
Take
I do not take control of the grapple.
You do not take
Oh, I have
control.
to grapple. But yeah, no. Unless his CMD is pretty low.
His combat maneuver defense is not that
B.
low. Okay,
This is
so
so
with that,
weird.
well, you're grappled. You can move to the next stage of the grapple.
He has to make a check to maintain control first, right?
Yeah, he does. But he gets a
does.
+5, so it negates the +4, makes it a +1.
be plus.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, so 24. Okay, and he is going to. What is he going to do?
I love
Honestly? What does it take? Okay, one moment.
Choke him out.
I gotta check. Oh gosh, grapple is the mad scribblings of a madman.
He can maintain it and either move himself and me, inflict damage to me, give me the pin condition, or restrain me.
Okay. So I need to check what the actions are for those. Standard action. Okay, if successful, you attack, you gain the grapple condition. If you successfully grapple, adjacent space, you are grappled. Oh, so you also would have to be in adjacency. So I'll just fix that now. Release the grapple. Oh. Okay. Yeah. He is going to use his control of the grapple to end the grapple as a free action, and then use the rest of his full action to make a withdrawal.
The withdraw
Which
is
will
the
provoke
first
an
5 feet. Do not provoke,
Yeah,
but the
Munker
rest do,
still
right?
gets Munker still gets an attack of opportunity.
Alright. Maybe one day I'll do something.
That will not beat armor class.
And which way did he go? He went down?
Yeah. And that was on his turn, Mumat.
Alright.
It just pushes Oczixei back and then just takes a full starting to run.
Right. I am decently slow. 1, 2, 3. I would be in Munker's space. I go back 3C.
This guy's only got 20 foot movement.
Oh, you are correct. He would be 5, 10, 20. He'd be closer than. But that's a. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I'll go one less, and I'll prepare. I'll change. Can I prepare technically a move action?
I am unsure on that. What do you specifically want to do? You want to mount your beastie, don't you?
Yes. And it's
Okay.
weird because I can't use the free action mount unless I have a move action to use. And if I move the extra 5 feet, I'll have used my move action.
I'm gonna say you're probably gonna need. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna need your next turn to do it.
Okay. Then I will stay where I was, and I will delay my turn until DC goes.
Okay, so you're gonna go after Reese. Reese goes.
Alright, DC moves over to me, and then I take my turn.
Then you'll take your turn and mount. Okay.
And now our turn is the same, but she's already used her turn, so it's weird. So I guess I'll just do nothing.
Okay. Yeah, that gets a little finically weird. Pepperjack Prime.
I don't know if there's really anything she could do. I mean, because Mammut's in the way, so I can't really run past him. So. And turn.
Run past on the right side.
Well, I mean, like, I was gonna go straight down. That's the thing.
My
Like,
bad.
charge.
Okay. Amelise.
Everyone, stay on the right side if you can, unless you can make it close enough.
Throw my last one. 9.
Pew. 9 is not going to. /1. 8. 8. So it lands here. So that will still get him. So he gets to make the save.
Oh.
Okay. He takes the 4
Yes,
points.
4.
Okay. Munker.
Let's see. So I have a movement speed of 20.
Oh, 30, right?
Yeah.
And it's a full action to sprint, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get out
You
of the
could
way.
charge.
Could I?
Yeah. Charge is double your movement.
If I do charge, I can get right here.
Do you have a +1 base attack bonus? Wait, no,
What?
'cause you already drew your weapon, so you don't yet. Never mind.
Yeah, and technically it's a little weird. You have to stop at the first space you can threaten, so you'd have to be here.
See? Alright.
That's fine. Oh, I can ping. How do I
As
unping?
well.
Hopping over here.
Okay, that will hit him. That's okay. You charge at him. All right. Let's see. See, that's the issue. Javelins can be used. I'm actually curious. Do javelins count as melee weapons as well? I think they're thrown.
Yeah, well,
Javelin. Category ranged. You are treated as non-proficient with it. Take -4 on attack rolls if you use a javelin in melee. Okay, so no, they are not melee. Okay. That's Munker's turn. The Enigma is unconscious. Oczixei.
Alright, I pull out a trident and charge him. Right over there.
Okay.
And
Which is within
then
your
I
distance.
make a single attack with a +2 bonus because I'm charging.
Yep.
And I nail him in the
Oh,
face.
that's good.
Suck on
Oh, you
that.
nail him somewhere. Wouldn't say he's near enough for face shots just yet. Did you get him a nice spot? Okay. His turn. Yeah. Okay. He is going to... He's gonna do that. Alright, he is going to use his standard action and release a cone of cold breath, because this one hasn't used his yet. I need Oczixei and Munker to make me saves. Amelise is actually outside of the effect.
Suck on
What's-
that.
It's a reflex
That's
save,
good.
right?
Reflex save.
Are you kidding me? Dude,
Other
what is
now.
this?
Okay. Munker takes 5 cold. And Oczixei, you are fine. And then with his move action... Bloop.
Was that a 5-foot step?
No, that is a jump into the water and...
Yeah.
5.
Gosh dang it.
And he is going to start swimming.
How deep is the
Alright,
water?
Mumat, you're up. Very deep.
Alright. I stole my great axe.
Which he does have to make a check for that.
Let's see, if I'm here, he's in range. Alright, I charge here. And as I do,
For
I
you.
draw my lance. Alright, so this is +3, +2, 6, +9, single attack. Alright, 21 and 38.
Oh my gosh. That actually just kills him.
Excellent.
Okay, fishing is done. Alright. Mumat
Alright.
rides forward on Racy and just gives a good old-fashioned plunging fishing strike. Like spear fishing. And he kind of just lift it up before you can lower it in, knowing that he's dead. Alright, you
Alright.
managed to cover your butts and managed to keep the alert rating from going up.
I would like to check the bodies to see if they have any text or instruction or writing on them. Like any written text.
Okay.
And if they happen to have cash, that's useful to know.
Alright, give me a perception check.
I have to refresh the page real quick because my thing crashed.
Okay. Oh, I've actually got to refresh it as well because my pointers are broken.
Alright, we have to leave the sewers now.
Yeah. Come on, alright. Skills. Where's perception? There it is. I should have just taken 10. Oh, it's fine, I rolled a 10. 13.
Okay. Well, this body is sunk down. Which, I think this is the one with the light. No, it is not. Which one had the light? Because I want to make sure I remove that from them. Oh, is it this one? Nope. Who had the light? This one. Yeah, he was not... He dropped that early on, knowing where you guys are. 0, 0. Okay.
So when do you want me to make a Constitution check to see if I wake up?
Make that for me now.
'Cause I think I can make one every hour is the way it works. I think they're DC 10.
Okay. I'll say you wake up.
Alright, let's go up there. There better be an exit or I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay, let's see.
As for that check, they do not seem to carry any parchment of any kind on them. They feature what seem to be some kind of medallion on them. As for in their pockets, though, you will be able to find a collection of gold scales.
Gold scales?
Yes. And when I say this, I mean, like, this is gold minted in the shape of scales. It's not actually, like, dragon scale. This is probably a form of currency from where they come from.
I want to take one of the medallions and then the gold scale coins.
Okay. On them all together, you'll probably find... You will find 60 gold coins worth of scales, basically. So 60 scales. You can just add that as gold because it's basically interchangeable there.
All right, that's 12 gold pieces apiece for everyone. Because there's 5 of us.
Yay!
Money apiece.
Okay.
I like the utter sarcasm in there.
All right.
You know, I just gave you 12 gold.
Mammut and the Enigma have pushed on.
Yeah,
We
I'm
leave.
trying to find the door.
I can't see anything, so let me refresh the page and I'll follow.
Okay. We are assuming we're traveling together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
going with
assumption
you
I'm
guys.
making here.
There's.
So, there's, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna drag everybody to meet back up.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay, yes, as you get here, you can see there's a set of stairs that go up. There looks to be a few little dropped objects and trinkets. A gold goblet here.
Gold goblet.
Yeah, and at the top of the steps is a fine, ornate door. A double set of doors.
We should probably take the gold goblet. That seems important.
Yeah.
I don't like that there's unguarded treasure here.
I'm gonna look. Can I look for traps? I'm gonna look everywhere for traps, see if there's anything stands out.
Okay. So you're going to check for traps. I gotta remember what that skill is. Or...
I don't know.
You
I'm
know.
looking for perception.
Right, yeah, perception would be... Yeah, find a hidden trap. You check the door. The door does not seem to be trapped from this side. What it does seem to be, though, is it seems to be somewhat wedged shut. Not locked, but something on the other side is making it a little difficult. Maybe with some effort you might be able to push it open, though.
What is it made of wood?
No.
Okay.
This is
What's it
hard
made-
metal, but it's ornately decorated like it's gold and white plaster.
I'm gonna
Alright.
tell the big guy, hey, I can't open it, but you could probably get it open.
Alright, I'll try and shove it open.
Alright,
Where?
give me a strength check.
We're not gonna check the goblet before then.
Someone else check the goblet. I'm opening the door.
Okay, I'll check it.
Great.
12. You... It's not budging.
Can I try
Perception
again?
check. Well, you don't need a perception check to find the goblet. You can pick it
No,
up.
to see if
It's
there's like a trap around it or something. Before I pick it up.
no trap.
Okay,
it
I
seems
pick
to
it
have
up.
just fallen. Okay. Yeah, no, you'd use appraise if you want to appraise its value or anything about it in that regard.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to see
You're
if the
gonna
area was.
Yeah, you're gonna try to push it open again.
I don't see why not.
No reason why not, yeah.
I rolled even lower.
You're
On
kind
the
of
door
banging
and
against
see if
it, it's loud.
Wait, can I try? Can I try to push it open?
Alright, you try.
Strength check or?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it. Whatever. Can you roll it?
No.
How do you roll it?
Hold on. There it is.
Yeah.
You just push feet sliding. Ah!
Alright. I try again.
Okay,
21.
that beats 20. Slam! You just kind of beat your hands against it and it flies open. Something scatters out into a hall in front of you. Something heavy and wet. And you can see walls going before you. As this seems to be some kind of structured space, not sewer. This is something else.
Alright, someone peek, look for enemies.
I'll go
Okay.
look. I'll go do it.
Okay, give me a perception check. Okay. Well, what you can hear is a distant, not nearby echo of what sounds like something walking around somewhere. Just distant.
Okay. Can I see anything at all? Like, is it dark?
What you can see is within this darkness, but your eye allows you to see better. You can see that the thing that was blocking the door appears to have been a body.
Oh. Can I identify, like, what kind of body it is?
It seems to be a human. While their armor is damaged beyond usefulness, it seems to be a human who is dressed up in royal guards armor.
Okay.
He seemed to have pressed himself hard against the door to keep it shut.
Does it look like he's been dead a really long time, or like?
He looks like he's been dead probably, with that high of a roll, you'd probably guess somewhere around at least like half a year since the dragon attack, at least.
Okay, so I could like assume that it was during the dragon attack.
Probably. He seems to. His body is still clutching his sword tightly.
Okay, I will go down.
And there definitely seems to be. There seems to be evidence that he was attacked and killed, so he probably stayed behind for some reason and kept the door shut.
Okay.
Well,
which you do notice, the door seems harder to notice on the other side.
What do you mean?
Like it was disguised from the inside.
Oh, okay.
So when he closed it, it would look as though there was no door there.
Okay.
He helped someone escape? His secret passage through sewer, yes?
That's what it would seem.
You can you can also see there are 2 side rooms on either side. I'm sorry, I don't have the map for this made yet. You can see 2 side rooms, each one has a wooden door. One is creaked open.
Well,
does it look safe enough? Like, do we think this is safe enough that we can stay here?
well, it seems like this might be the palace, right? We're not ready to deal with what's in the palace.
So should we go all the way back to town?
I think either we should go back to town or we should go to that druid's little hovel and stay there for a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think the druid hovel was
Yeah.
probably the best.
I'm good with the druid place.
Okay,
That sounds good.
let's go back there then.
I will gather you guys up, and I'm going to just do 1d20 roll /R1d20 to see if any encounters are needed to be dealt with. Nope. Alright, I will copy and delete your characters from that scene. And I will go back to that old one and put your guys inside the druid's hovel. Now that you know how to find it, you make your way back there. Muma has to kind of squeeze, but with enough time you'll all be able to help him squeeze through some of the places so you can quickly get there. Alright. I'll set this as the activated. And you seal up the door. There's some food here. Maybe it's still good. Glowing the mushrooms in the corner. You're starting to notice that there are actually some, like, plants being grown along the wall that seem somewhat edible. And you settle down for a breather. How long are you guys gonna stay here?
Long enough to at least get my spell slots back.
Yes, I think maybe we spend a couple or a few days here.
I don't know about a few days. It seems like a long time.
Like,
We
I would
need-
like to have at least a long enough rest to where I could get everyone healed up. Obviously, I won't have any spell slots if we just spend 1 day.
Alright. Well,
I do get
confirm-
lay on hands every day, which will let me heal 4d6 hit points.
Okay.
Alright. So I'll assume confirmed at least 1 day. So everybody go ahead and hit that rest button and give yourself 8 hours as you spend the night within the druid's hovel.
All right. Rest.
Which means I need to.
That gives me back lay on hands. I'm going to go ahead and use a charge on myself.
I will give everyone one use of what's the
I'm all
bucket?
good.
Okay, so just Munker and Mammut need cure wounds in.
I believe so.
Okay. So, for the second day,
Wait. Mammut, how many hit points are you at?
7.
7? After
Yeah.
the cure wounds?
No, after the cure wounds, if
I'm
that
gonna give you
first one.
8 for cure wounds, and I'm gonna give Munker 3.
Okay, then I am at 15.
What's your max?
27.
Alright, take a lay on hands.
oh, that's a good lay on hands.
Yeah, I
Excellent.
rolled a 5 and a 6.
Okay. Also during this time, Amelise has been sitting in one corner fiddling with some alchemical practices.
I'm up to 11 hit points now as well. I'm max.
You get another hit point, Mammut, and the last one will be for me. 5.
Great.
I live! I think this more.
Alright, so I'm full HP now.
I'm joking.
I'm also full HP. I mean, I'm at 11, so not that hard, but
Well, we should probably get your spell slots back at least once more.
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be a
still
good
up
idea.
for- Yeah.
Who was it that said I live?
That would be
John.
me!
Who
Oh wait,
are
no.
you?
What is this?
There's a disgusting tube of flesh slithering on Amelise's form.
I
I
grab it
have
and
been
eat
given
it.
life!
This is me, but also my familiar.
Wait, that's your
Heck
familiar?
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that wizards
Mhm.
speak of as the grand arcane creatures that provide them so much is this?
Okay, but can it do this? And I'm gonna have the viper, the flesh viper, like slough off of me and fall on the floor, and then crawl back into my leg.
This
Tell me that's not a cool party trick.
indeed, this is a cool party trick. I know many. I am sure that many wizards would be disgusted by this, and this is wonderful.
Cool, I'm glad you get me. I'm gonna name the viper Mimi.
Mimi?
Yeah, Mimi.
Okay.
Mimi the
I
Viper.
believe I have given you ownership. Yeah, so you can change the name of the Viper. Oh,
Viper. Yes. Your name. Oh, it's so gross. Why is that the picture? Mimi.
for everybody
Looks like
else's
a worm.
reference, because I think it's fantastic.
Oh, it's gross. Okay, but it would be actually, it wouldn't be pink like
Oh
that.
my
it
goodness.
would be gray because my skin tone is gray. So it's a little less, maybe a little bit less gross.
okay. So are we staying here for one more day then? Is that the plan?
I think we should.
Okay, Mimi, what can
I'm
you
okay
do?
with that.
Extras?
Yeah, I'm good.
Has all of the healing been applied to the appropriate people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, you're plus 3.
How many hit points are you still short, Mammut?
I am short 5, but more important, Reese is still very hurt.
Oh, okay. Then the next day, so we do another long rest.
Alright. spending some time, and you get to be well acquainted with this fellow. I am the star of the show.
I've got 4d6 more. I can apply 1 to you and the rest to Reese.
That would be appreciated.
Alright, this is for you.
Thank you.
Here's the first one for Reese.
And
Here's
little
the second one for Reese. Come on. Does she need one more?
Yes.
Okay, here's my last one. Dang, those were some bad rolls.
That is fine. It is still appreciated. Thank you.
What can she even do? She can't really do anything.
You can bite.
Yeah.
Alright. Now we are
She can aid you in combat.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let her.
It can take the aid action, which would help you out if ever you're in melee.
Yeah, she's gonna stay in me, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, our situation is a bit better. Do we want to head back to town and come back to a bit of accord and sell what we found? Or do we wish to press on and find our way out of the sewers nearer to that center area?
We have not found our objective yet, as far as I understand it, so we should probably push on and find it.
Yeah, I think
Plus,
so.
if we come back, there's a chance we'll find more guards.
Yeah, I mean, we can already find more guards because we've been in here a couple days, but at least we'll have a better chance right now than we would be later.
Right. Alright. Let's go back to where we were seeing a bunch of lights pouring through and look a little bit more thoroughly for an exit.
Okay. So you took
Maybe we
2
fight
days
that
of
creature in the
rest.
big room.
Did you cast any spells on the after the second rest?
No.
No. So that was
I
all. That was all cast in the first day. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Enigma. Your eye.
Is it glowing again?
It is glowing again.
Dope.
And you now gain, because you've been able to take a long rest with it, you now solidify its properties. So you're not going to be gaining quite as many crazy stuff from it in the future, but you now have control of its properties.
That's right. I'll
It can be
take
used to
control.
do the following 2 things. You can now cast the Identify spell and the Dispel Magic spell from the eye.
Cool.
These do not take up spell slots to be used. They use your save DCs, though, whenever they are required, plus your bonuses, if applicable.
Okay, so it's Identify, and what was the other one?
And Dispel Magic.
Dope. That's actually pretty useful, so.
Yes, and you do not need to be the appropriate level to cast those spells to cast them through the eye.
Okay.
As you gain greater understanding, somewhat, of what the nature of this is, you're gonna probably have to do some actual world-searching research to truly understand the nature of the prism. But you kind of get the feel that the crystal part of it is mostly about the containing and controlling and understanding of magic itself.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, and this eye will grow more powerful as you go along in your adventures, so that'll be fun.
Cool. Alright. Those who saw that
But with-
creature in the big room that we got away from, what did it look like?
Wait, what?
The thing, we entered a room, and we were trying to be sneaky, and it woke up, and we ended
Oh.
up closing the door.
Yeah. I'm imagining kind of like a griffin, if I remember right.
It was bestial.
Yeah, maybe like a more of like a wyverny griffin type deal. I couldn't totally tell.
Strange. Maybe we can slay this beast, or perhaps we should just find an exit.
I mean, I think it might be worth it to slay it because there was also
There
a
were
way out
stairs.
from there.
there were stairs in the room.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe we should check that out before we leave.
There's no need to slay it if it is simply a peaceful beast.
Oh, it's not.
It was not.
Tried to eat me. It's the type of beast that was locked in the room because it's dangerous.
Then it shall be dealt with accordingly. Let us go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sorry,
Assuming
so how
all
many
your health-
times... Sorry, how many times per day can I use the eye magic? Did you say?
Each casting is once right now.
Okay. Like one of each spell?
Yeah.
We don't really have time for another combat encounter, though, do we?
No. So here's what I'm gonna do. Do you do anything else in here?
Monker returns back to his home village and retires.
I don't think he's got the chance right now.
Oh, no.
Maybe if you return to Foothold.
I mean,
Or, you know, if
Monker
he
can
dies.
return.
Maybe we can do that then. We should go back to Foothold.
Just Monker goes to Foothold.
Wait, Munker's actually going to retire?
Yeah. He has a wife and kids. He doesn't want to die.
I thought you were joking about that.
No! Wife and kids. That's the only reason why I came was to get like money. So I'm just gonna make a new character.
I feel like it'd be good to escort him to the town so he doesn't get ambushed on the way.
Yeah, probably.
Is this sympathy I'm smelling?
No, it's to make sure that you don't go talk to the demon guy.
Oh. Listen. If I wanted to do that, I would have
Nah.
just dragged someone's body from when they were unconscious.
He's great. He's fine. Ah, fetch, that reminds me. One moment.
If we go back, we can sell this goblet we found and the gems.
Who has the goblet, by the way?
I do.
Okay, cool.
Mark that in your stuff. By the way, I've been forgetting to mention this. Your character sheets have a notes section. It's just for writing down whatever notes you want to keep. I advise keeping some notes.
I steal the goblet from Amelise. The sleight of hand.
I'll
Do you want to? Do you want to have appraised it before it goes anywhere?
Yeah.
Look, we can sell all of our stuff together, and then you'll get a fair share before we send you off.
You know, me.
All right. Let's see. Really isn't a texture I can use here.
What is happening?
Okay.
These explosions?
This is me marking dream space, man.
I don't see anything.
All I see is it's blacked out.
Okay. It is blacked out for a reason.
Amelise dies.
Okay. I'm gonna make a very quick token for this. Amelise, I forgot, so I'm gonna do this as the last thing we do in the session. Okay. Okay, I've got... shoot. Where did I put him? Nope, that's not him. Did you see...
I'm gonna have to refresh. My map's not working.
If it's black, that's on purpose. Where did I put him? Oh, you know what? I put him... No, I didn't. Ah, shoot. I've vanished one of my own NPC's portraits. That's fantastic.
That is pretty cool.
Okay, is it in here? Did I forget to change its location?
Please travel now.
Oh, right, there you go. There we go.
This is
gonna be fun.
What is happening?
Well, she gets a dream.
Hmm.
Okay, I think... But I gotta find the old stuff for this. There we go. Okay, Amelise. You get a dream on the second night. You're
Uh-oh.
visited by this figure.
I don't know who that is.
Hello. Sorry for the wait. I was informed there was somebody who might be interested but was under tight restrictions. Would you be the one?
Yes, that's... If we're talking about the same thing, I believe so.
My servant in the pit of water. What name is he going by this time? I don't even know. He doesn't ever stick with one name. I'm sorry. I'm being impolite. He will step forward and offer you his hand.
I take it.
My name is Beelzebub. A pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. And I'm gonna wink at him.
Good. So, I was told you were offered trade, but restricted, right?
Yes, unfortunately, I am hindered right now in my ability to make that trade.
Apparating within the dream will be a visage of each of your companions. Like, I assume it's that one. Z points. I can sense a paladin wherever I go. And I'm guessing he is very zealous about this, so you'll have to play it very, very close to the vest on this one.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
If you get caught, I'm not going to step in to help you. Is that fine?
Oh, of course. I'm the one that's getting what I want out of this, after all.
Good. Good. He will step forward, and he will, with a flick of his wrist, he will manifest a little golden vial. Obtain the blood of a humanoid victim whose soul you intend to offer to my friend. To me. We'll do this in direct business. When you are ready, find a little isolated spot and say my name 3 times. And consume the blood and we can make a deal.
Okay. Can I only offer one victim?
One at a time, don't want to risk too much.
Okay, you have yourself a deal.
He will stretch forward his hand. For
I
a
absolutely...
shake. Welcome to the soul trade, Amelise.
Feels good. Thank you very much for your offer.
And he will vanish in smoke. And then you will wake up. Munker is getting ready to leave.
I'm heading out of here. You know what? I've had it with you guys, especially Buckethead. I've had it. I'm retiring. I miss my wife and kids. They're beautiful. They look like me, but with a smaller schnoz. It's really cute.
This is so sad. If I want to write you, where can I reach you?
Yeah. You know what? Big guy, here. I'll give you my address. On a little piece of paper.
Great.
And it has like
Didn't
one
you come
coin on
from-
it.
Didn't you come from... Right, you came from the Hobgoblin side of the Empire, right?
Sir,
The Black Claw Port. Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right,
if you, any of you guys ever want to come visit, you're free to do so. Just wear some not so revealing of who you are clothes. More humanoid the more you're in a cage kind of look. You know what I mean?
I don't think I can hide my race.
Oh no, you're fine, big guy. No one's gonna mess with you. Except for Dave. Dave's a piece of shit.
Gotta look out for that, Dave.
Yeah, I like to keep in touch.
Dave the Hobgoblin. It's a real piece of work.
Alright. So do you guys want to return to the town and sell stuff, and then split it amongst the existing party, or do you want to do that once he's gone with the new character?
Well, in character, I
Where-
don't want to leave here with nothing.
I mean, I have money. Like, I have 150 gold. And I stole that goblet, that gold, or the chalice from Annalise to my
Didn't you
tail.
make-
Just
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
The goblet worth 600 gold.
yep.
Whoa.
Bunker, yeah, can we talk?
Yo, what's up, tough guy?
Yeah, let's, here, come over here.
By the bioluminescent mushrooms?
It's good lighting, good setting.
Thanks.
Mushroom.
I think she does not kill Bunker.
Say that out loud. I can hear you. So I'm gonna whisper those for sure. I'm gonna be as quiet as possible. So yeah, Munker. I'm interested in this humanoid cage thing,
Oh,
and I think you keep the chalice, and next time I visit you, we can go hang out, walk around town.
I smell a scheme going on here.
Yeah, and you could maybe be in on this scheme since we're friends.
Tell you what, tough guy. I'll let you know. Let me know anything you need. We got a really good postal service. It's USGS, United States Goblin Service. We're really good at what we do. I have a buddy down in there in packaging. You can do whatever you need. So if you need something from the village, I got you. Just let me know, all right?
All right, yeah, I'll write you.
GSPS, Goblin State Postal Service.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if that's lore accurate, but I won't interfere right now.
Tell you
You know,
what,
I heard
also,
that
what's
the
up?
GSPS was expanding beyond Goblin lands. They're really successful lately.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. They got a great packaging team. That's so good.
It's just anecdotal.
Now it has to be a lore, Josh. Rip. All of your future campaigns at that USGS.
All future USG.
Actually, I come from Black Claw Port too. So I'm gonna write down the address that I used to stay at with my teacher / guardian and hand it to Munker.
This is scribbles.
Oh, just okay.
Sorry. It's always funny to see the speech bubble come out of the nose as well. It adds extra impact to every joke you say.
I'll read the address out loud to him.
Perfect.
Whatever it is.
I'll remember.
Okay.
He'll remember. Alright. So he's leaving with his gold and the chalice. And you guys are going to be here next time.
Cool.
Actually, I'm probably going to have to issue... You'll probably want to return to town so you can pick up the replacement character.
Yes, we return to town.
Alright. Okay. Well, with that, we'll bring this session to a close. Because I don't have a good way...